look at all those vegetables. I'm gonna put them in my eggs. Oh my gosh. I don't know how Kevin has stayed with me for this long. Oh hey, look, I have makeup on and my hair's all blow dried. So I don't look like I'm dying. So, I know I promised you guys a post today about my weekly workout routine. Then I realized two things. Number one, I just got my laptop back today. So the video I'm posting is super long and takes a lot of editing, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it by today. The reason why I just got it back today was because Kevin had a project that he had to do, and I guess work comes before YouTube, right? Yeah, I guess so. I have to support his career. It's more important than me vlogging, so there you go. No, I'm totally kidding. But the second thing is I realized that I'm still going to have like 3 workouts to document, and one of them is a race. Hello. So that'll be super fun to show you guys a 5K, but that I'm running on Saturday. But yeah, I have today's workout, which is Thursday, tomorrow, and Saturday. So I was like, why did you say on Instagram that you would post a video today of weekly workout recap if you're not done with your workouts for the week? I don't know. But I figure I'll post that one on like Monday. I think I can do it by Monday. I don't know. We'll see. Today I thought that I would talk to you guys about something like a revelation that I had yesterday, which I think is worth sharing. So we'll talk about it. So I'm a trainer, and most of the time when I get new clients, they want to lose weight. Like, they either want 2 things, I should say. They want to lose weight or they want to bulk up. Or 3. They're injured. But I would say mostly it's like I want to lean up, I want my muscles to show, whether that be like big bulky muscles or like long lean muscles or whatever. Those are the things that I get. More muscle, less fat. Everybody wants that. And so I think that people's mindsets when they come into the gym is basically like, okay, I don't like my body, I don't like the way it looks, so how can I change it? I got into fitness training, personal training, because I honestly was watching The Biggest Loser, which I know is not the best show. You know, they do extreme dieting, extreme exercise, but whatever. I just love the fact that like Bob and Jillian were able to motivate people and like change their lives and change their mindset. Like, they got them to respect their bodies more, which is something that's huge. Like, nobody respects their body anymore. Everybody just either tears it down and like rips it to shreds and starves it and all that other stuff, or they don't take care of it and they eat crappy food and they don't exercise and then they have heart attacks and then they take a bunch of medication and blah. Nobody respects their body. And it, you know, I feel like I'm a religious person. Where's the hair? I have a hair. Did I get it? Okay, sorry, that was bugging me. It was like right on my lip, and it was like stuck in my chapstick, and that was not good. Anyways, I'm a religious person, I'm a Christian. So when I think about like certain biblical verses in the Bible, which I can't think of where they come from, but they're there. But certain verses where God says like your body is a temple, and you should respect it and take care of it. Or that our bodies are a gift from God. They allow us to move and talk and hug and love and like just do amazing things with our lives. I mean, if we didn't have our bodies, then what would we do? We would do nothing. So I think that, you know, I think it's super important to respect your body. And I got into training for that reason, because I felt like people who were overweight were disrespecting their bodies, and then they, you know, obviously had self-conscious issues and things like that. They didn't like themselves. They didn't like the way they looked. But they equated their self-worth to the way that they looked. And I know I did that too. I mean, when I was overweight, I felt horrible about myself. And even though my soul hasn't really changed that much, I mean, yeah, I've, you know, grown as a person, but my spirit stayed the same. But because I was 20 pounds heavier, I felt like I wasn't worth as much. And so I went on my own personal journey to try to be worth more, right? And so personally, I would say like, oh, I hate myself. I'm going to work out. I'm going to exercise. You know, I'm going to run all these miles and blah, blah, blah. And I lost the weight. I did. But once I got down to that weight and I still wasn't satisfied with my body, then I was like, okay, I can't equate my physical self to my spiritual self. And that was a huge revelation for me. So then when I started training other people, I really, I would get people, and I truly believe that the clients that I get are given to me and put in my life because God wants them there. Because every client I've gotten, it's not been like, personal training is kind of like a sales job. Okay, it is. And so people would say, go on the floor, walk the floor, talk to people, say like, hey, you're doing bicep curls wrong and all that. And that never really worked for me. I always just kind of like got clients and people would be like, how are you getting all these clients? I'd be like, I don't know. I'm just getting them. Like, they're just coming up to the desk and talking to me. And then it would turn into this huge, like 3-4 year relationship with people where I would, it was such a blessing for me because I was able to help inspire them and help them kind of like see food and nutrition differently and help them to respect their own bodies and things like that. And in the process, lose weight and build muscle and do all that. And so, like, I get questions all the time of like, how do I spot reduce? Or like, oh my gosh, I'm 115 pounds. I would really like to be 112. And all the time I get those questions. And granted, like, yeah, from a physical standpoint, sure, we can get you to lose 3 pounds. Spot reduction is a little bit more complicated. It has to do with like hormonal imbalances. And so if you have, if you don't want saggy triceps, you can't do tricep extensions until you die and think that you're going to get toned triceps. That's a whole different story. But I would get those people and I'd be like, oh my gosh, their souls are so injured and abused. And I would love to just help kind of like be a guide in restoring their souls through health. And that goes way beyond the exercise component to it. Because yeah, I can get you to do squats and burpees and jumping jacks and all that stuff. I can teach you corrective exercise and how to be more agile and how to get faster at running and all of that. But it's more than that. I think it's a mindset. And so my biggest, I guess the reason why I'm a trainer is because I want to change the way people see themselves. And I want to show people that no matter if they're overweight or, maybe too thin or whatever, that part of themselves doesn't mean that they're worth any less, if their bodies aren't perfect. Because quite frankly, nobody's bodies are perfect. Nobody's diets are perfect. Nobody's exercise routines are perfect. I can attest to that. I ate a cookie on Tuesday. Oh my God. But I was with a friend and we went to this one place that we were shopping and we went to go have dinner at the food court, and they have this really good place that has like salads and soups, sandwiches and stuff like that. Pretty like relatively healthy. Like I really want a hot dog on a stick. I'll be real with you guys, but I didn't get it. Yeah. I'm proud of myself for that. So we went to this place and all their meals come with cookies, chocolate chip cookies, which are amazing. They're so good. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat it. Who cares? And right as I'm putting it in my mouth, this guy walks by that used to work out at a gym that I worked at. And I never talked to him, but I like would see him in passing and be like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And like putting the cookie in my mouth, I'm like, hi. And it's so weird because like, I see people in public and sometimes I'm like going out and having a beer with friends, or like maybe I'm going out and getting ice cream or something. And I kind of like, at first I was like, oh my God, like I'm a trainer. So if I see my client and I'm eating ice cream, I have to like, hi. Yeah, and then be like, oh, I'm eating carrot sticks on a Saturday night, and try to like fake them or like, fool them into believing that I was perfect all the time. Then I just said, okay, that's ridiculous. I don't want to be this like trainer who, and I don't think any trainer does, but there's pressure for trainers to be this way. For, our clients put us on a pedestal and they say, okay, well, you have to be perfect because I'm trying to be perfect. And I hired you to make me perfect. And so if you're not perfect, you kind of lead by example, right? And to some extent, that's true. I think that if I was, 20 pounds overweight again and I was eating horrible foods and I wasn't exercising, then yeah, that would be a big issue. But I really believe that I can be an example to people to show them that moderation can be possible and that you can maintain, good body composition and health, more importantly, and still be able to eat a cookie every once in a while. So that's my 2 cents. If you're a client of mine, you know that I'll be honest with you guys if I'm, if I ate bad food or anything like that. And I really want you guys to be honest with me too, whether you're my client or not. But I think that it's so important to just, I know I'm going off like on a really big tangent. But it's just, I feel like it's important to look at our physical selves and respect our bodies. And part of that respect is enjoying life. And part of enjoying life is eating a cookie, or maybe taking a day off from the gym and sleeping a little bit more, or spending time with your family instead of, running countless miles on the treadmill. I just feel like that means so much more to your life. It's going to add years to your life. And granted, consistent exercise, good diet, eating tons of fruits and vegetables, not eating processed foods, all of that stuff is going to help you for sure. But you have to have that mindset of, you can't be on the hamster wheel your entire life and say like, there's no way that I'm ever going to eat a piece of chocolate cake ever again. Or I'm just going to keep running on the treadmill until I'm super skinny. That's not health. It's really not. You have to have that mindset. First of all, the first step is to separate your spiritual self, your spirit, your soul. Separate your soul from your physical body. And then look at your body and say, like, am I treating it the way that it should be treated? Like, am I pushing it hard in the gym, obviously, and eating healthy, but am I also giving it enough rest and water and not stressing it out and not abusing it by, like having an eating disorder or something like that? And if you are doing those things, then you really have to look at your body and be like, look, I mean, this is the body that I'm going to have for 100 years, like 75 more years. And I can either abuse it and, pick it apart and say like, I don't like this part and I don't like that part, or I can say, you know what, this is a gift from God and it's not perfect, but I'm not perfect. And it's never going to be perfect. But what's never going to change is who you are inside. Cheesy as it sounds, I know, sounds super cheesy, but it's really not going to change, I mean, who you are is not who, like, if you're overweight, that doesn't mean that your soul is bad, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it's important to have a healthy outlook on life, but a balanced, healthy outlook on life. And I promise that I will always be open and honest with you guys, and I would hope that you would feel comfortable being open and honest with me, because you're going to make mistakes, just like anything in your life, you're going to make mistakes. But, you might eat more than one cookie on a day. You might not have that moderation sometimes, or maybe you stress eat, or maybe you haven't been to the gym in a while, and then you go to the gym and you train too hard, or I don't know. Nobody's perfect. But the reason why I got into training is because I want to help you have a better outlook, a more realistic outlook on health and taking care of yourself beyond eating right and exercising. So there you go. I'm going to start editing my videos now and probably eat some breakfast because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and it's already like, I don't know what time it is, but it's late. It's like almost lunch, so I'm probably going to have like brunch. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you later. Adios.